Good morning. Happy Thursday.
We're almost to the end of the week.
I know. That's a good thing
day.
and a bad thing because we know what weather's coming at the end of this week. So it's like you're excited it's Friday, but you also have heard the weather for the last few days and what's expected for the weekend.
We'll be stuck indoors all weekend, so.
I'm not looking forward to that. I've just been like holding my cup of coffee and been like,
I know. She's been shivering all morning.
I don't know what it is. I even had my heater on at my desk for a while trying to like thaw me out.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't have like that rough of a morning or anything. I just think I have one of those cold chills.
Yeah, I think so. Well, you were outside earlier too a lot reporting, so.
We did a lot of more driving shots though, because I was like, yeah, let's stay in the car. We'll show you what the roads look like from inside of the car.
Put the camera on the dashboard and let it do its job there.
Okay, coming up on today's show, we're going to talk about how it is for those who are living with dementia. We're actually going to be doing a little test on me so that I can experience it myself too.
Yeah, and people who love wine and cheese, well, we're mixing them together and making some fondue, which sounds delicious.
I see Lisa Green's little head popping over. She's like, oh, what?
She heard fondue and was like,
what's on the show?
What are you
she
talking
heard wine
about?
and cheese. Those are her cheese, especially. She loves cheese.
And plus, we're also going to be talking about how you can box your way to helping at-risk teens. So we have a full day ahead of us.
Yes.
But before we get to all that, let's see the fondue-loving Lisa Green over there about the latest weather.
You're going to need that to warm up a little bit here with the forecast. Today isn't so bad, actually. We've been getting a little bit of a break from that Arctic air that we've had over the last several days. So one day break with temperatures that are in the single digits right now. We're at 7 degrees, or will be at 7 degrees later today. And that, by the way, that's a good 30-degree difference from yesterday. So we're doing a lot better off here. We have had still some light snow hanging around. You can see in our Skycam view here on our hourly planner, just a little bit of reduced visibility because of those small little ice crystals we've got in the air. We'll stay mostly cloudy, wind out of the northwest eventually. And once that happens, that will be the change or the signal that we're switching back to colder air as another Arctic high descends into the valley starting tonight. So radar and satellite looking quieter and quieter, though. Again, the radar not quite picking up those little ice crystals we've got in the air. We do have mostly cloudy skies otherwise, and other places where we're getting more significant snow down by Minneapolis earlier this morning. It looks like things are getting a little bit better for you, though you still have some snow in the vicinity in Minneapolis. If you're going to be heading in that direction, you're going to be driving into some fresh snow in those spots here today. And there are winter storm warnings out for Montana as well for a storm system that'll be affecting them and maybe us in our far southwestern viewing area. Here's a look at our temperatures right now. We're at 8 degrees in Fargo. It's 6 in Grand Forks. These are all positive numbers that I'm reading. There are a couple up north that we are below 0, but again, still better than where we've been. And wind speeds are out of the south right now, but you can see where that wind shift is, where that front is going to be moving through. Already in Cooperstown and Devil's Lake, we're seeing that wind coming in out of the northwest now. In Jamestown, a stronger wind speed to 22 at the moment. So watch out for a little drifting snow and perhaps a little blowing snow bringing down your visibility. We're down to 1.5 miles in Park Rapids and other places a little bit less than 2 miles for your visibility there. Quick look at your afternoon planner. Those temperatures just kind of on the slide this afternoon with that colder air moving in. We'll see some places even before sunset dipping below 0 in the west, and gradually that will spread eastward here. And I want to take a look at something. This is the Arctic air that we've got coming our way. So basically where you see the white, that's the 0-degree temperature. Anything in the pinks and purples is below 0. And as we get into Friday afternoon, we're looking at a sub-0 day again. Yeah, and here's a look at the weekend. It's just going to continue. In fact, we get even deeper into the cold for Saturday morning and also on Sunday. We're just stuck in this Arctic air for the next several days. So New Year's Eve going to be frigid and into New Year's Day. But New Year's Day maybe not as intense. You see those colors kind of ease up a little bit. That air starts to modify, and gradually, little by little, we're still having some bouts of it by Thursday, but that starts to move on as we approach Friday, and we'll end up in some milder air. Fingers crossed that the weather pattern does what our models are indicating here. So I wanted to show you that because that's beyond our 7-day planner, and right now our 7-day planner is looking pretty frigid, pretty brutal. Yes. Here in the valley, we're going to see those numbers down to 20s to 30 below. That's air temperature Saturday and Sunday, and wind chills that are going to be even lower than that. So it's something to definitely take seriously as we approach the weekend. For 2018, the start of the new year, we start to work our way out of it a little bit. And again, into the end of the week, it's looking better. So hopefully we can keep that going for you in the forecast, because this is tough. A couple of rounds of this is pretty tough to have to deal with.
I vote we cancel New Year's this Sunday because I work early Monday morning, so I can't celebrate anyway. Let's move it to Friday.
Sure.
I'd rather stay up late on a midnight on a Friday, so I have Saturday and Sunday to like make sure I get enough sleep again.
Yes.
And I bet a lot of people would agree too.
I think that's what we just need to do this year.
Okay,
2018 can wait 5 more days.
Yeah, definitely.
I love it.
Thanks, Lisa.
Thanks, Lisa. And speaking of the cold, a record amount of snow dropped on Erie, Pennsylvania this week. And after snow piled up over 60 inches, a brave woman decided to throw on a bathing suit, and she just dived right in. She hesitates at first, and who wouldn't? But then she fully commits to her stunt, diving in head. And I would see people doing this a lot.
Yes.
And a lot of them had saunas, so they would jump in the sauna, then go back out. And I didn't understand it.
I don't get it. I don't find any thrill in what she's doing. I like to watch videos of other people get cold and do it, but I just couldn't do it.
Well, we're warm in here drinking warm things.
Hot coffee.
Exactly.
Pretty soon our cheese wine fondue. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be diving in any snow.
I like
there
it that
are
way.
some like polar plunges that people do for like local charities and stuff come like February and things like that. So that too, but that's like in the ice cold water real quick, and then you go in the hot tub and then into a warming tent.
And that's not so bad. Like I like doing those.
I have though. One time our friends had a Valentine's Day date at the Hotel Donaldson, so they stayed downtown for Valentine's Day, and it wasn't that cold outside. I mean, it was cold because it was like February, but they have a hot tub on the roof that is open in the winter, and so they invited us over, and so we all had like a little hot tub date, and it was actually really nice because you weren't too hot from the hot tub, but you weren't too cold, even though you had like your head and shoulders out of the hot tub. It was really nice.
Cool.
I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do it if it was below like 20 degrees
like
or 25.
how it's going to be this weekend. I don't think I could do that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I would hope that they don't have it open this weekend for anyone who is staying there.
Yeah, I would avoid that as
I
well.
thought this was kind of funny. So this video, apparently, these are not your usual suspects that are going to be running from the sheriff, but these 3 bears have made kind of quite the social media rounds. So this is Mama Bear and her 2 cubs taking a little stroll. This is at 2 a.m. over by the post office. It looks like a little strip mall, and so there was actually a Placer County deputy. His name is Nevis, and he's their bear whisperer, apparently. He talks to them.
He knows how to handle
He's encountered them a few times, and so he videotaped it this time and was like, hey, what are you doing? Like, the post office is closed. You need to get out of here. And because they've hung around Tahoe City a few times, they've now become popular in social media. So I guess I don't know why they aren't hibernating, but I guess maybe it's because they weren't done with all of their holiday shopping, as you said.
Yeah, maybe they had to mail out one more present.
One more gift.
Then they
and
found
then
out
we'll
it was
go
closed.
home.
And they can't tell time, so they didn't know it was
They
closed.
don't know. They didn't know what time it was. But look at how cute that is.
I know.
And it's so cute, too, that the mama had 2 little ones.
And they're just walking in a little trail.
Here we go. We're following you.
Aww. And speaking of cute videos with animals, sometimes seeing our reflection in the mirror can be scary. But for Jolene, a mini Labradoodle, well, she couldn't look away. She's just so stunned by her reflection that she couldn't help but wonder what was going on. Look at her. Oh,
look at it.
The dog looks so fluffy, too.
I always, if you're ever in a bad mood or a sad mood, you always have to go on and look at those funny, like, pet videos.
Yes.
I think it's so cute that there's some dogs out there who just get so mesmerized.
Yeah.
I wonder if my parents' dogs have
surprised.
ever seen her reflection. I would think so.
Yeah, you would
I've held her
think
in the
so.
mirror, but she definitely didn't have this reaction.
No.
She was just more like,
Yeah, that's how our
Put me
family
down.
dog is. I tried when it was a puppy, like, look at yourself, like, do
Yeah.
this. And they were like, nope.
Although my in-laws, their dog, they had, so we were celebrating Christmas on Monday, on Christmas, and they have a couple dogs at their house, and they had on the fireplace, and they picked the one on the Hallmark Channel that had the cats, like it changed animals. So sometimes they had puppies running around, sometimes they had little
and they're
cats.
playing with the yarn and
they'd
everything.
like jump out of the box, like the present box, or like chew on the ribbons. Well, the one time the cat was on there, and the dog was like right up on the TV, like, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be on that present.
It's probably get out of my house.
And then like the cat like moved, and it was like, where are you going? And then it was like following her on screen.
That's so cute when that happens. I know my family's dog, his name is Sebastian. It's kind of a unique dog name.
Yeah.
But there's so many times they'll send me pictures of him, and he just has like his paws on the couch, and he's just watching TV.
Yes.
Like, he's just mesmerized. They'll be watching the most random things, and he can't look away. So.
My parents' dog, she doesn't watch TV, but she does love to lay on the couch. And she's kind of a little thing sometimes because you'll like get up off your spot, and so then she'll like slightly like move and like lay out in your spot, and you come back and you're like, really? Like you just had to lay out. And she's not a big dog either, so you're like, you could have picked anywhere on the couch, but you picked right where I was sitting because you warmed it up for her.
What kind of dog is she?
She's almost like a cat. So she's a Bichon Shih Tzu.
Okay.
And usually people think of them as like little yippy things, but she's just so like, I don't need to go outside. I'll just poke my head out the patio door. Nope, it's too cold. I'm just gonna stay in here. She's kind of, she's like a cat. She really is.
That sounds cute though.
I love Libby. Aw. One thing I do love too is Starbucks. Do you ever do any of their like limited time drinks?
Yes, their holiday drinks.
Yes.
The gingerbread latte and the peppermint mocha.
Those are your two
I've spent too much money on those in the past month. How about you?
I didn't do the October ones, but when they had like the unicorn, I tried the unicorn frappuccino.
Okay.
That was that was way last spring, right? It was like you didn't know if you really liked it or not, but there was so much sugar in it that I was like, sugar.
Yes, and I did have one
rush
in October, that like the Frankenstein one.
Yes.
And it was the same thing. It was almost like
it was kind of like
much.
It was just green. I wish I should have drawn a face on it.
Yeah. Little Frankenstein
because they also had a
face.
vampire one too. Well, now they're ringing in the new year with a few new drinks for you to try. So Black and White Mocha Collection is what they have. So it's a trio of drinks. It has dark and white chocolate, deliciousness, yum.
Of course.
I like that. I would try that. Now you can try the black and white mocha and the black and white hot cocoa.
Ooh.
Or you can get the black and white mocha frappuccino.
So you get it all.
I think we should try all three. Maybe tomorrow we should go out and get the drinks
and try
and have them here on air and
Yeah,
try them.
I like that idea. And then I'll get a sugar buzz.
Ooh, okay. They're going to be available throughout the U.S. Through the first week of January. So I don't know if they're available quite yet.
We might have to wait a week.
Yeah.
You and Chris might have to try it.
Or it did start yesterday. Yay! Giovanna just told me it started yesterday. Yay!
So we can't get it
So
tomorrow.
you can just sip on a few of them before you do the New Year's resolutions to lose weight.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Because usually they are pretty sugary. So then you'd have to
they always are. Yeah. And speaking of New Year's resolutions, I mean, do you have any yet?
I have been focusing on my healthy eating, and I did very well over the holidays. I was actually pretty surprised because I did eat half a bowl of frosting when I was
by itself?
Just decorating cookies. No, you take after you decorate all your sugar cookies, because then you got to save them for Christmas. Then you take graham crackers and put the rest of that frosting on there, because we just do the powdered sugar and milk.
I like that idea.
Just powdered sugar and milk. Who knew how good
that bad.
It's very addicting.
Yeah.
It's sugar and milk. It's not great for you. So I think I want to continue though on, I didn't eat as much of the frosting. I could have ate the whole bowl of frosting. I only had half. So I think just focusing on staying healthy and staying positive. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, staying healthy is always a big one, but since my wedding's in May, saving money, before and after. So that's kind of a big one that I'll be focusing on.
Yes.
And, making sure we stay on budget.
No more Starbucks drinks.
It's okay. The holiday ones are gone now, so I think I'll be okay.
They'll come out with something for February, like frozen February festive frosty treats or
some
something.
Valentine's Day one that we'll have to try.
Yeah, like a red velvet hot cocoa.
I wonder why they've never had that, or maybe they have.
Starbucks, I'm going to call you up and I'm going to tell you about that idea.
Yeah, we're going to request this. Okay, well, coming up on today's show, you'll learn why dementia is more than just memory loss.